I'm Joshua.
Hi, I'm Miranda.
Hi, I'm Maya.
We're the Youngs.
We've spent our lives traveling the world.
And in 2018, we moved from
Chicago, Illinois to
Copenhagen, Denmark.
Now we want to share with you
how our new lives abroad
is keeping us young.
Keeping us young.
are helping to keep us young. Hello from Kolding Denmark.
Hi.
We are just into Jutland, just across from Fyn is where Kolding is located. And we are here to spend a day.
Yep.
As you can see behind us, there's Christmas stuff set up. That's one of the reasons why we're here.
It's so pretty.
Yes, but we're going to visit the Koldinghuis. That's going to be cool. We also found out after we got here that there's a light festival going on this weekend, so we'll see some of that tonight.
Yeah, we've got a beautiful view from our hotel room of one of the installations, so that was a nice surprise.
Yeah, so this is going to be a fun day, a different place that we've never been before. It's, of course, Danish weather, so it's chilly and kind of gray outside, but it's all good.
But it makes all the lights twinkle extra.
Yeah, so let's walk around and show you a little bit of Kolding.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things about traveling through these towns in Denmark is just behind Miranda holding the camera is a pretty modern looking area with shops and everything, and right now there's some Christmas stuff going on, but then you see down one of these alleys where it's just all these really old buildings, and it's just super cool. So you always need to keep your eye out when you're walking around because you never know what you're going to see if you don't look like down a passage or down an alley, because you're going to find buildings from 1589, ridiculously old, authentic stuff that's just kind of hiding through the nooks and crannies of these towns in Denmark.
We are here at Koldinghus in Kolding, Denmark. This is one of the oldest castles in Denmark, if not the oldest. It dates back all the way to the 13th century, and it was built to actually keep out some of Germans who were trying to take over the Danish throne. So we're gonna go inside and take a look. They've also got a really cool app we're gonna try out and see what that's like, so come on.
One of the treasures of Koldinghus is the chapel, which was built by King Christian IV. It is one of the first rooms you may visit and can be seen both from inside the chapel and the balcony above. We have access to see almost the entire castle, so it feels like a massive maze, which is a pleasure to explore. It is filled with artifacts, clothes made on site, and massive spaces that help you appreciate its real size. We were lucky to see the amazing Royal Line exhibition by Jim Lungfield before it left the house. This was based on a series of photos from his book, The Kings and Queens of Denmark. Using reconstructed historical costumes and jewelry, Lungvild brings the kings and queens alive. It was remarkable to see and experience in person. The app complemented the experience with stories and scenarios to illustrate the lives of the kings and queens.
In the Sydstuen in Koldinghus, and one of the really cool things about Koldinghus is that they make all of their own historical costumes. And this is the room where it all gets made. You can see all of this fabric around me. There's not anybody making anything right now. But they do stick with very traditional fabrics and designs, and they make all of their own costumes, and it's really amazing to see how it's all done and how busy it would be in here if there were people.
wish we had a key to this door.
So we can find it. I'm not sure where it goes because right on the other side looks to be the outside. So
And there's no handle,
there is no handle.
but there is a door there.
I don't know. We may not want to know where it
It's
goes.
a mystery. Maybe it's like a medieval toilet. That's where the... I don't know.
We just finished up at Koldinghus, which is the main reason why we came here. Some folks had recommended through YouTube actually that we go, and I was really impressed. It's different than places we've been in the past.
Quite different. It's different. There's a lot of open rooms. They left a lot of rooms kind of unfinished slightly, leaving some to the imagination, but
yeah, but you could just tell how old it is, and you could tell it feels like a bit like a fortress, not like
definitely
not like Fredericksburg, like a big decorative
party
place
house
to live. Yeah, this feels like a fortress, and it's quite sturdy, and it's just neat to see all the places that you could just when you walk around, you can tell where there used to be things, where things have changed, where have been updated.
Exactly.
You could see the age and kind of all the generations. It's really cool to walk around and the exhibits. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too. It was really neat. And I really, really liked seeing where they made the costumes and things like that. That was really fun to be able to walk in.
Yeah.
So
my arm is about to fall off because this camera is heavier than you'd think when you're holding it like this, and it's a bit cold, and we want to go back and get ready to see some lights because we want to see the light festival in a little bit. So
woohoo. There
you go. We're going to leave Koldinghus, and I would highly recommend visiting for sure.
Yep.
We're about to go outside and check out the lights.
Yeah.
This is the view from our hotel room, actually. We're in our hotel room right now. You can see right behind us is some of the lights that we're going to go see close up as part of the Light Festival.
Yeah, we can't wait. There's a big laser show out by the castle. There's this cool thing. We're going to go see something called the Tech Huset and go have some dinner.
All right, let's show you what there is. It should be kind of cool.
Come on.
Hello, friends.
Hi.
We just wanted to give a quick summary of Kolding.
Yes.
It's actually been a couple weeks since we've been there, so it was before the restrictions were in place.
Things have changed.
Yeah, but we're back home, and we're finally gonna be able to post it.
Yes.
We had a super great time.
Yeah, it was a great city. Very surprising. I didn't quite know what to expect from Kolding, but I was really, really impressed.
Yeah, I really didn't know much about it except for the Koldinghus. But we got there was tons of people.
Yeah.
Just in the street, there's a handball tournament going on, and there's this light festival, so it was really active, and we're like, wow, there's a lot of people here.
Well, and you got the hotel was in such an amazing location.
It was right in the center. We could walk straight outside and walk to everything and park there. It was really very convenient for what we wanted to do. It was a great time, and I would highly recommend going. We
absolutely
unfortunately didn't get to go to Christiansfeld. We also didn't get to go to Sonneberg, if that's how you say it. We drove right through it. So we have future trips planned to go to these places. But we still had a great time when we were there.
I know you really like Koldinghus too, and I thought they had the exhibits we saw were really interesting, and I like those a lot.
Yeah, I had planned to record footage of me driving over what I call the Nightmare Bridge.
the Great Belt Bridge.
But it was such
he hates that
just
bridge.
a gray day. It wasn't really worth setting up the GoPro on the car to do that. So stay tuned. Someday when I drive across, I plan to narrate basically all his
emotional breakdown.
Yeah, the roller coaster that I go through as I drive across that bridge. That terrifies me so much. I'm both afraid of heights, nor can I swim. And that feels like it combines those two things.
And I don't think the train accident a few years ago helped any.
Well, I feel like there's a point where, part of the bridge, you could drown because it's not so high.
Yeah.
If you fell in the water, you'd drown, which I would since I can't swim. And then at some point it gets too high that you just like you wouldn't survive going off. So that's where the heights thing comes in. So like my two fears like converge at some point, and I basically am the slowest driver.
And you like to drift to be extra safe.
Well, when we went over the bridge, in my defense, there was nobody on the bridge because it was at night when we went the first across to Fune. And so in that case, I purposely drifted because I had space. But in the daytime, there were tons of cars, and I couldn't do that.
You can't do that.
But still, it's behind me.
It is.
And we're not going to be driving over it again anytime soon.
But good for you. You went over it. You faced your fear.
Yeah. A lot of times I take ferries if I can avoid it. But this time there was no chance. But we had a good time, though. It was still worth going over the bridge in both directions to get to Eru, which we posted last week, to get to Kolding. We had a great time. And so coming up, we plan to have a Christmas video next week on Tuesday. And we have, as you've seen, probably traveled to a couple different places. We've also gone to a brewery with a good friend of ours, Thomas. We had a big Jufrokost meal when we were in Aarhus. We showed pieces of it in the Aarhus video. We want to piece all this together and also share some of our traditions. We had a few other things we'd planned to do that we couldn't do because of COVID. So I'm hoping we can salvage something still entertaining.
To the living room a bit more.
So there might be a lot in front of the Christmas tree. But we're still going to put something together and share that with you.
Maybe do a story time with Brisket.
It's his first Christmas.
It's his first Christmas. And he's even got gifts for him
there's gifts
under the
tree, which will be open on the 25th.
Because I'm that kind of dog mom. I buy gifts for my dogs.
Well, and he deserves it. He's been a good boy. And we've dragged him all over the place.
Yeah.
But we hope you enjoyed, by the way, the Christmas brew video just a few days ago. I'm still enjoying, as I will.
Our fridge is still got some beers in it. This is
Eru's Strong Rudolph that I've been drinking. Yes. That was the second one I got from Eru when I was there. But I want to get some more stuff. We were at the store seeing more. People have told me about more I need to get. So at some point, I'm going to go to by myself, since those are the rules, to a grocery store and stock up on some more stuff to make sure I have it to tide me over until Pusket brew season.
And I even found a Honey Heart beer.
Yeah.
Like the Honey Heart.
There's one called the Abelskiva, and it didn't taste very much like...
Didn't work out. But, so we'll see how the Honey Heart one's doing.
Yeah, but we hope you enjoyed that. And pieces of that may be inside the Christmas video because that's part of Christmas. And there's tons of footage. I didn't actually get in the video because we had so much fun with Peter. But we've had a great time. We got some cool stuff coming, Christmas video. And also we wanted to say that, I think we've mentioned this before, but because we can't really travel, we've had to, my Google spreadsheet of planning has had to be tweaked a little. And so we're not going to get to go to the Lungbu Open Air Museum like we planned. We didn't get to go to Tivoli or Bakken. I even planned to spend Christmas going to the National Museum, going to Louisiana, going to Christianborg Palace, and going to Rosenborg. All these things that we're going to, because we had the time off, we're going to go shoot a bunch of stuff in Copenhagen. That didn't happen, or it's not going to happen. So instead, I think I mentioned we're thinking about doing some cooking stuff.
Yep.
And maybe show some videos of our favorite American foods that Danes would think is completely ridiculous. Basically, you might react the same way I react when somebody gives me, lacrids or just some weird looking, to me,
I feel like biscuits and gravy elicits that, because I've talked about making biscuits and gravy, which is another southern dish, but it basically looks like a cat threw up on pieces of bread. But it tastes amazing.
Amazing.
It's so good.
So we were going to step through and have a really cool kind of cooking with instructions if you want to try biscuits and gravy yourself. Also chicken and waffles, which we love, which you can get at Union Kitchen, but they have more of a kind of a elite version of this. We'll have a very southern version. We will not be making the elite version. Southern version here. And a few other things that we've been thinking about that might be fun to share. American food that we miss, because we're going to be here for 10 days-ish.
Yeah.
Unable to go anywhere, so why not cook and share with you guys some of our favorite things? So if
maybe try some Danish recipes.
Possibly, maybe. Abelskiva at minimum.
Oh, yes.
But if there's anything you'd like to see from an American standpoint, some food you'd like to understand more about that you think is crazy or you loved when you went to America, let us know. And if we can find the ingredients, maybe we'll make that too and share it with you. But we want to keep producing and keep things going and not let this COVID stuff slow us down. So we're going to
deviate for a bit maybe with cooking, and we've also got some footage from other places that we've been, and maybe put them together on some good, nice kind of summary. And
Yeah.
people have asked us what our favorite places to go in the U.S. are if
right.
you're going on a vacation in the U.S. So I think we're going to put together a little
Yeah.
top 5 for me, Miranda, and Maya on our favorite places to
Maybe
go in
we
America.
could do something about favorite places around the world, because Josh has been to 62 countries, and
yeah.
I've been to 50, and
Yeah, so we got some interesting things that hopefully will be in all our backlogs and we can get out again and do
Yeah.
things. So we're going to keep posting, and we really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It means a lot to us, and it means a lot when you engage with us and give us feedback
it'll
and
be
ask
our
questions.
Christmas present.
Sorry, this beer is
It's really
making me
getting
look.
you.
I mean, I drank all that bit of it before.
It's nice, and it's in the
It's
World
in my
Cup
Russia
glass.
World Cup glass. All that bit
Quality.
before I started the video.
He's growing a problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's good.
It is.
I mean, let's just be honest.
It
It's
is.
good. It's not my fault.
It's good.
Don't blame me. So thank you guys.
Thank
And
you.
we appreciate everything. And we hope you enjoyed this. Kolding, I would highly recommend going. We will go back absolutely and see more of Jutland.
Definitely.
And see the things we didn't get to see. I promise you it's on our plan when everything's back and operational, because we had
Yeah.
such a great time.
Yeah, we're here to show that Julin has great things too.
Well, all of Denmark, but
All
Jylland,
of
of
Denmark.
course, yes. There's more
Poor
out there.
Jylland
Yeah, I
gets
mean,
forgotten
we had the
about
two. I mean, we went to
sometimes.
Aarhus, and I mean, we had a great
Yeah.
time both those trips. So,
Yeah.
Thanks for joining, and we will see you on Tuesday, hopefully with a
Yep.
Christmas video. That's the plan. There'll be one.
There's gonna be
I can't
one.
ensure much about it yet because we've got a bit of the weekend to figure this out, but it will be there. I promise you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey Josh, I just want to say our 25th anniversary is coming up, so goals. Here's some ideas.
Well, we could just fit brisket in there. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Is it for transporting brisket around?
I'll take one of each.
You're lucky if you get Royal Copenhagen. And you'll like it.